I think we're live. I think we're there. We did it. We're here. So, uh, yeah. We are going to be playing Fate Extella, Muso game. We're also going to be narrating all of it. Be fantastic. Let's see here. We'll continue from where we left off. But I don't remember exactly where. Okay, I think we just did the 4th stage. So we need to do this stage now. We're almost done with the flame poem. Okay. Oh. So... okay. Probably sing Master Exploder just to get warmed up. Okay, we're going. Extella of the Umbral Star, Mare Cancer, Mare Carcer, the Titan's Dark Tomb. I was so enraptured by your majesty's solemnity that my little speech about the tide turning came out of nowhere. We have some time before we deploy, so please ask if you have any uncertainties. I cannot contribute as much as I'd like to, but I will answer your questions with all sincerity, Musica. Ooh. Okay. Tell us more about the planet. The all-consuming planet, Velver. It masterminded the assault on you, Musico. Its path mirrors a comet crossing our solar system every 14,000 years. Based on photos from its last visit, it resembles a crying eye. Simply put, Velver is the greatest enemy of all sentient life. Whenever it passes near a planet, all civilizations upon that planet are destroyed. The last time Earth encountered Velver, 80% of the planet's surface was burned to ash. So wait, is this game confirming aliens in the Fate universe? I'm down with that. Velver also accessed certain partitions of the moon cell. Those partitions, now quarantined, are known today as the Zero Dark. On Earth, the civilizations that thrived before Velver's coming were all wiped out. When Velver shines in the sky, it is said that the moon breaks asunder. That is how powerful our enemy is. The enemy of all life, all intelligence, and of the moon cell automaton. Moon cell automaton, not automation. Who watches and records all human lives from above. No, it is automation. Yeah, I can't read today. We must also consider the sudden appearance of the white servant Altera. There is no doubt she is a soldier of Velver. Pardon me, but I couldn't help but hold my breath hearing all that again. Fighting a celestial body may be easier said than done. Supposing we find a servant whose weapon of choice is a... what is that word? A rocket. But who? I can't think of one. There was a certain Von Braun, but when the Western European plutocracy froze the space program, he disappeared. How unfortunate. They might be overthinking, but I can barely think at all right now. The scale of this situation is so large that I can't wrap my head around it. A living planet eating its way through space? That's beyond my imagination. But it's true. Velver is real. The The moon cell closing itself off. Mysterious enemy programs appearing in Seraph. And the White Servant with her ravaging power. She is every bit the destroyer she claims to be. Velba. Now the words Velber, the Umbral Star. I believe I understand now. It would trample our lands and cause my Praetor suffering, and so I curse its name. Tell us more about the Regalia. Velber, the planet that attacks every 14,000 years. The Regalia is one of our defenses against it. In short, the Regalia temporarily allows a third party to gain special admin access to the Moon Cell. The Moon Cell's mana powers the Sovereign's transformations, infusing her with anti-Velber technology. So we use the Regalia's authority to build up the Moon Cell's power and tailor its features as I see fit. But what about those enemy programs? Do they belong to Velber? A very insightful question, Your Majesty, if I may say so. The territories Caster tried to hold, which Altera now commands, are all infected with Velber's cells. The soldiers are remnants from Velber's previous attack, who have escaped quarantine. Their captains are called Anti-Cells. The Moon Cell attempted to eliminate them when they first attacked, but could only seal them away in the Zero Dark. Until now. So please remember, the Regalia is a mystical piece of code designed to battle Velber and the likes of Altera. I see. At first I thought it was merely a symbol of my union with the Praetor, a wedding gift of sorts. If only the truth were so romantic. A harsh truth indeed, but I suppose I always knew the Regalia must have had some other purpose. Very well. I shall accept what was given to me. If the Moon Cell has gifted me with a weapon, then I shall do what I do best and master it. Altera is a heroic spirit from Earth. She exists in Seraph as a servant. For some reason, the planet chose her to be its instrument, pitting her against the two of you. The black enemy programs, now swarming Seraph, are all soldiers of Velber, infected with the planet's cells and corroded. Such soldiers are led by so-called anti-cells, who spearhead Velber's campaigns against other worlds. Altera commands them all now. Her goal is to rally the armies of the Zero Dark, the realms Velber infected ages ago, and bring ruin. If the servant who wields the Regalia is the embodiment of the Moon Cell, then Altera is most likely the embodiment of the planet, and since she holds a part of the Regalia, her strength is beyond legendary. With her unimaginable amount of mana, and her armies from the Zero Dark, she aims to conquer every inch of our world. A titan in strength and stature, she is truly a fearsome foe. But in form, she is still a heroic spirit. Yes, just as the Moon Cell chose you, Velber most likely chose her. Just like me, But then what is Altera's true name? As of this moment, I cannot confirm a match for her among any known heroic spirits. I see. That's it. Did you hear that, Praetor? Once we learn her true identity, then at the very least, we can find out which time and place she belongs to. Even if her records are missing, I feel I must have heard of her before. The answer is tugging at the back of my mind. She may be concealing her past willfully, through the use of her independent skills or noble phantasm. Yes, we must consider that as well. I will continue to investigate, of course, but I must advise that you don't expect to find much. Musico, I have something important to tell you, sir. Do you still remember? While we were registering your royal authority at the Moon Cell core, that enemy titan was here. Apparently, it was an aspect of Velber. I believe it's the self-same titan that laid waste to the earth, and the moon with it, long ago. Titan? Is Velber not a planet? In a sense, but it doesn't simply crash into other planets. Rather, it sends its soldiers to assault those planets' civilizations. 14,000 years ago, that Titan was among those soldiers, I believe. Since then, it's most likely been slumbering in the Zero Dark. And it awakened at the approach of its master. Is that what we're inclined to suppose? Yes, but its efforts had long ago left it near death. The harshness of the Zero Dark barely sustained it. And exposure to the outside world would kill it even faster. It's an old generation model of soldier. That's why Velber needed a new replacement. To clear the way for its arrival, Velber marshaled its remaining sources in the Zero Dark and launched a surprise attack. As Muzuko and I were registering the regalia, it attacked us and split his being into 3 pieces. I was able to help the mind and soul escape, but I was too late to keep the body out of enemy hands. So even though the Titan fell, the enemy's access to an aspect of the Master gave it access to the rest of the Moon Cell. The enemy then forced the body to summon a servant, Altera. Earthling or not, she is evil to the core, and is aiding the planet willingly. She, of course, is the one who then forced Muzuko to stay on as her master and prisoner. Very well. First and foremost, she holds my Praetor's body in her clutches. Nothing we say here will change that. So I ask again, to make doubly sure. Her regalia, properly restored, can save the Praetor from fading away? Yes, there is no doubt about that. Caster still has the Praetor's soul, and her whereabouts remain unclear, but if we can restore the regalia, then Muzuko will not disappear. Have no fear of such a thing. If we do unite the mind and body, what will happen to the soul? Would we draw the soul out of hiding that way? Indeed. You see, at this point, the 3 aspects of Muzuko are all in an even balance. The mind and body in one would become the true vessel of Muzuko, drawing the soul to the vessel eventually. I see. So the individual parts are drawn to the stronger whole. But what if the soul refuses to rejoin the vessel? That would be impossible. Rejoining the vessel is the natural order of such things. Don't tell me the odds! However, you do raise an interesting observation, Your Majesty. If any of the Praetor's 3 aspects were to meet an untimely end, the other 2 would call for a replacement. For example, if the soul of Muzuko were killed at the hands of Caster, that soul would disappear. However, a new soul would form inside the body, and it would take on the old soul's memories. Up until the time of the split, of course. That goes for the mind as well. If either the mind or soul were killed, the body would gain new versions of them. So if Altera defeats you and Caster, and kills their aspects of the Master, she would then obtain the perfect Master for herself. Ooh. So Altera's possession of the body gives her the upper hand. Ugh, this is intolerable. Still, recovering either the soul or the body will save the Praetor from fading away. That is more than enough of a reason to fight Altera. Even if... First a sly little fox, then a harbinger of the apocalypse from beyond the stars. Why? Caster I can understand. Beastly as she is, she stood no chance of resisting the Praetor's charms. But of all people, a starling, a maiden from beyond the stars. How are you so very popular, Praetor? That's a fair question. I can understand Saber's concern. But there are bigger issues at stake. We've gone from a serious discussion to a chat about love. I can see Archimedes is trying to force a friendly smile. Saber, it's time to focus, don't you think? Isn't youth grand? But I have little to contribute on that particular topic. Shall we discuss our strategy? Perhaps after we defeat Altera, we can speak more of love and envy. The Holy Maiden. There's no stronger foe, but we managed to win the day this time, Praetor. Nonetheless, her lips were sealed. Whatever her reasons may have been, she kept them hidden even at the end. No matter. If we take enough wild stabs in the dark, one of them will draw blood eventually. Or we could simply ask Altera herself, couldn't we? What? You sensed me. How astute of you. This is the third time we've met today. Third time we've met. Your presence has a very distinctive aura, I must say. Regardless, I have questions, and you will answer. Why did the Holy Maiden turn? If I can get Altera's voice down. Did that planet of yours step in and twist her heart? No, it wasn't the planet, was it, Altera? It was you. She chose her side and fell because of you. So you've pointed out the obvious. Is that all you have to say? Oh, Saber, listen to yourself. But speaking of the obvious, twice now I've made you bow before the Sword of Mars. Huh, is that what you expect to happen here, Altera? The sparks flying from Saber's meteoric blade as it clashes with the Sword of Mars. The surge of energy as Saber swings. The vast reserves of mana in Altera's Sword of Light. The sparks flying from Saber's meteoric blade as it clashes with the Sword of Mars. The surge of energy... Oh, I already read that! I'm not awake yet. I'm not awake! Twice before, Altera drove Saber back. This time, Saber stands her ground. Is there some deeper hidden power within the Regalia? Is it some untapped reserve in Saber's nature? Perhaps it's simply the result of all her training. All that aside, will Saber unleash the core of her passionate fire? I don't even need to ask. The arcs of her sword paint a picture as beautiful as a blooming rose. No one can take me head on. If you try, you'll break like all the others. If you had any sense, you'd at least try fighting retreat. Although I must admit, your style intrigues me. You fight to avoid extinction, and yet you court it. Perhaps you recognize its worth. Saber of deep crimson. You dance like a flower in the wind. You burn like an unceasing flame. Of course I do! I will gladly court death in pursuit of vandals like you. And... no. Too late. Even a surprise attack does nothing to faze you. I can see how you earned the Holy Maiden's respect. Though I must defeat you, allow me to praise you first. There can be no doubt of your strength or your will to conquer. But beware, lest your pride become arrogance. Soon enough, you will fall, and when you do, it shall be I above you. Altera, why do you smile? No, let me ask instead. Why do you take pleasure in this? It does look like Altera is enjoying this. That's why I can't help but think there must be something human about her. Despite being powerful enough to embody the destructive will of an entire planet, she feels something. She enjoys something. I sense that she has the same feelings as us. Smile? Me? Indeed. Why are you happy, Altera? You claim that you exist to destroy, and yet you have not destroyed me. You're right. I haven't destroyed you yet, despite having every chance to. Am I smiling? Truly? Truly. Take a glance in the mirror if you must. But where does that smile come from? Do you smile because you envision my imminent death? Or because you have finally found a worthy opponent? Which is it? Can't you tell? My purpose is to crush you. I hope for nothing more than to make you suffer, no matter who you are or what you've done. But smiling, that's not possible. I've never smiled, not even once. You suggested a mirror saber. Very well. I should have one in my room. I already know you're wrong, of course, but there's nothing human about me, emotional or otherwise. But if I must confirm it... What? She's leaving? Who would ever do such a thing? Come back at once and finish this! How uncivilized! Did she not say that she would not hesitate the next time we met? Alright. Being able to barge into my room like that, it seems we can no longer lower our guard even for these few precious moments. My goodness. If we had been bathing, what then? She clearly has no sense of propriety, though she did seem a bit flustered herself. She's worried you're becoming a threat. She wanted to steal your mirror. You want to go invade her room? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one. You want to go invade her room? What? No. Yes. I certainly see your reasoning, but I would much rather defeat her in a fair campaign. It concerns my pride as an emperor, you see. Though I do remain curious about her room. Perhaps I'll have a chance to see it one day. Something else. I oppose her, but strange as it is, I do not despise her. Yeah. You just might like her. Praetor! Just what do you mean by like her? Or has her cool feminine beauty worked its wiles on you as well? Ugh. I must confess, I do envy her flexibility. Her body may surpass even mine in that respect. But my features radiate like glamorous gold, making me invincible in any comparison with her. Alright. Let's see. I want to play Archer. I gotta choose the correct Mystic Code. I was pretty sure I could do that if I used, like, one of the generals. Whatever. We'll go with it. Alright. This is battle stage. Oh, continue on? I've never seen this option before. Your Majesty, it is with the greatest delight that I bring you this report. Lord Nero Claudius, true King of Seraph, there's no other who is suited to wield the regalia. You have defeated the false King Castor, and we are well on your way. And are well on your way to reclaiming the territories from the forces of destruction. Even the Umbral Stars champion herself has no chance against you when next you meet. In other words, the Moon Cell made the right choice. Of course it made the right choice. What other choice could there be? But regardless of who is king, or who wields the regalia, I have a score to settle. Leave all talk of Velver aside for now. Once I defeat his emissary, I shall resume the fight against him as a victor. I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this something you have to prove as a servant? Perhaps it's unique to the Saber class? That is indeed a part of it. She is a Saber as well, of course. If I were to lose to a fellow Saber again, it would reflect poorly not only upon myself, but upon my master as well. Then again, she has the same master, so I suppose the Praetor's reputation would remain untarnished either way. Regardless, I wish to do battle with her because of who I am. A challenging, worthy opponent awaits, and I have every reason to face her. Does that not inflame your soul as it does mine? I love power. I love beauty. Altera has both of those things. Her challenge is more than that to me. It is a calling. Saber's eyes burn brightly. This has nothing to do with our strategic situation. Not anymore. Her fight with Altera is personal now. Altera. She called me a flame. She and I... The first time, I was in no position to fight. The second, I was desperate. The third, I stood fast, and we spoke as we fought. This time, I truly feel sorry for her. This fourth time will no doubt be the last. This battle will unite Seraph once and for all. Whatever your orders, please make use of my sword. Praetor, as you guided Leo, as you believed in the Emperor, I shall believe as well. Yes, I am counting on you, Sir Gawain. When we face Altera, remember, our pride as Sabers is on the line. But why are you looking at the Praetor instead of me? No matter, we'll discuss that later. Moving on for now. We're going to do this in order? Whatever. This is definitely going to be the final battle. Lancer Servant Huhulain, ready. If you wish, I will lend you my power. This place is your Athngabla. I think that's Gaelic. I can't talk that. I don't care about any umbral star, planet, comet, whatever it is. I'll send the enemy packing with my cursed spear. Athengabla. I have heard of such a thing. The ruin of the determined warrior, is it? That truly does pique my interest, but... My sword and I are both determined enough, son of light from Ulster Sequel. Regardless, you have my thanks. The Praetor and I honor the commitment of your spirit. Now. So this saber opposes our king. I have no say in our land's politics, but your words are convincing enough. You're no king of the Yin dynasty, but I admire your honest spirit, and I've seen you grow tremendously as a ruler and a warrior. This battle is ours to win. Please use my fists to your liking, and at any rate, I am sworn to be an assassin. Should you ask it of me, I will gladly go forward alone and return with your enemy's head. With apologies, Demon Fistmaster, I would rather you hold to your current role and fight as a general. And speaking of roles, considering that you are an assassin, I shall take your words as high praise. Are you so austere with your students, I wonder? Strict as you are, you must be a fine instructor. Indeed, once this battle is over, I would love to learn all I can from you. Now then, Archer, we come to you. What is there to say? We're all ready to carry out your orders. We'll charge in and put it all on the line, by your command. You have a knack for turning long odds into major victories. Based on that, I'd say we have a chance. And as long as we have that chance, all four of us will do what you say. But be careful. You also have a knack for losing control of your victories. Winning is all well and good, but it's what you do with the win that counts. So don't make the mistake of taking our support for granted. That said, your orders are on par with a master's orders. We all know that Belver has to be stopped. Most of all, every one of us wants to bring down Altera. So we're all together on that. Isn't that right, great scholar? You are absolutely correct, Archer. And all praise to Her Majesty for her pure intentions of victory. Keeping these voices straight is hard. Very well. I shall make use of all of your skills. My four generals, listen carefully. This is the final battle of my campaign. This very day, we shall unite Seraph forever. We're going to unite it all forever. Oh, I really can't. That sucks. Alright, let's take this one. It's worth 2. Ooh. This is what it means to be king! Gate of Babylon! Oh, I'm gonna have fun with that. Oh. Right. Let's clear these out. We'll summon up the aggressors, take them, and then we'll go after... we lost that one. Oh, what's hitting me? Holy shit. Oh, this thing. Fuck this thing. Try and draw it over here. Okay, we took that one. Let's see. We need to go over where Gilgamesh went. If we don't go where Gilgamesh went, we're just gonna lose. Mankind's oldest hero, Gilgamesh. Where you at, Gil? Let's go. Let's see if we can clear out those fucking birds. Hate those things. Yeah! Alright. Suck, Gil. Alright, we took that. Oh, shit balls. Alright, oh, second track too. I'm having trouble navigating this thing. Okay, last aggressor. There it is. Alright. There's that. Holy shit, what? Somebody spawned. Oh, Gilgamesh is back! He just spawned! I'm back, bitch! It's revenge! It's a revengeance! Alright. Get out of here, Gil. You don't want none of this. You don't want any of this. Where are they? Oh my god. 戦況の確認を。攻め込まれている自陣があるようだぞ。Oh shit. 愛の力、思い知ったか。こんなところか。ここはもう大丈夫であろう。John's here now. We're skipping. Where's the plan? Where's the plan? Where's the plan set? Alright, John's down. Yow! Yow, farting ant, yow! What is up, dude? Excuse me. Alright, let's go stop this invasion down here. Ah, it's Iskandar! Alexander the Great! You're a shooter! Ow! Iskandar, stop it! Please stop! Oh, he's powered up and he's pissed. We'll use the super move. Ah. Well, at least you're gonna get at least you're gonna have like more ammo when you can finally start again. Iskandar, did I kill you? You dead. You dead. I killed Alexander the Great. I'm the great one now. Oh, the jiggles in this game, though. We talk about that. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that. But it's fucking godlike. We are almost done with the Matrix. Sorry. Get down here. You need to stop taking over all these other areas. I am doing quite well, Ant. Thank you for asking. That does so much damage. I've just been playing games. Went to D&D last night. Last night in D&D, we actually discussed gnome chucks, which are both a physical weapon and a ranged weapon, depending on how much the gnomes had to drink. So it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. How are you? I think that's the more important question. Oof. Oh my god. I can't even lock onto these fucking things. Like, I hope that's something that they fix in the next game. I can't lock onto any of these enemies. Like, the only enemies I can lock onto are boxes. You totally should. It's a lot of fun. Alright. We need to go kill that plant in the middle there real quick. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? It's not there. Alright, we're gonna unload the entire thing in there. What the fuck? Oh! Oh, I completed the Matrix. I don't have to worry about it then. Might even do something stupid. Take the game and play it during lunch at school. That would be interesting, like a lunchtime session. I think that would be pretty cool. When I was in school, we played Yu-Gi-Oh! During our breaks. Okay, so... let's kill him anyway. We don't need to, but it's fun. Uno! I love Uno. That's a lot of fun. You see that that meme going around? It's I don't know. It's probably an old one, but it's like this adult holding like all the draw fours and all the wild cards, and he's playing against this kid, and the kid is like, this kid don't know he's about to get sent to the Shadow Realm or some shit like that. Let me see if I can find that. Uno, Shadow Realm. Yeah, here we go. Aw, and she's talking! I've never stood still enough to hear that. Oh. Hero's the best. Let's see here. Image. I wish I could understand what she's saying. Yeah, this right here. It's fantastic. I love it. Check that out. Alright, let's go find the Phantasm Circus. I love it. It's so good. Like, I love all those spicy memes. Like, the Yu-Gi-Oh ones just get me because I have a long history with Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like, Yu-Gi-Oh's my shit. Like, I played that shit actual competitively. I got an invite to Worlds one year. It was amazing. I couldn't go because I didn't have money. Because I was a poor college student. But that's enough about my tragic backstory. I have caught you at last, Altera. Allow me to explain how deeply in the wrong you are. Oh, I am not without my flaws. My obsession with my hated enemy, for one. Everywhere I turn, I hear your voice, and I see flames in the shape of flowers. And so now, in this instant, I will answer your voice with my own. Listen, hear my true name, know my story. I am she who wields the Sword of Mars, and a descendant of the Prong Yongnu. She holds her sword high as she declares herself. Whatever her history with the Umbral Star might be, she still looks like a proud, heroic spirit. A smile is on her face, just like the one on Saber's. A sword is made to destroy. Simply touching one can strip away flesh. A solid swing can hack through meat and bone. But even so, when I see these two heroic spirits, women who live by the sword, facing each other for the future of this place, the way they guard themselves from each other, not only their flesh, but their resolve, it's too beautiful. You reveal yourself then. I understand. A descendant of the Yongnu, are you? All is clear now, White Princess of the Sword. Your people brought about the demise of Western Rome. You are none other than Attila the Hun! Yes. Sorry. I know, Me 6 is weird. But whatever. Yes, I was once called that. The elders chose the name, not I. To hear it now is to recall a long-dead dream. My true name is Altera. You need remember only that. Sovereign of the Moon Cell. No, I will not be called Sovereign until I have defeated you, Altera. I could ask for no stronger opponent than the champion of the Yongnu. I am the 5th Emperor of the Roman Empire, Nero Claudius. I would have loved to clash with you above the heights of Olympus, to the cheers of young maidens, but this stage of ours will do nicely. My sword will set your frozen soul ablaze. And now, Altera, let us settle this! I'm gonna hit you really hard now. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. Oh. Yeah, let's use the maneuver. We'll do a lot of damage to her. You should, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you for the host. Oh no! Stop! No! Oh my god, Altera. She ain't doing shit for damage though. I just need to wait her out a bit. Where is she? Okay. Alright, there's the third Phantasm circuit. Now we can use our Noble Phantasm. Which, if you don't know what a Noble Phantasm is, it's actually like a super move that's unique to each servant. So I think once we get her down to a third, maybe? Oh. Yeah, once we get her down to like a fourth or something, we're going to use the Noble Phantasm. Finish it out. And I think we're at that point. There we go. Noble Phantasm. Some of the best cutscenes in the game right here. Oh, it didn't kill. That didn't do shit for damage. That's disappointing. Ugh. Stop tripping over me. There we go. Rocket powered saber. Love it. Alright, I'll see you when you get back, Ant. Ugh. Flare effect. Commencing connection with Mars. Firing in 2 seconds. Mars, turn your rage upon me. Pierce the heavens with your tears, red star. Tear drop, photon ray. It's over, Emperor of Rome. Forgive me. You could not defeat me as a servant. No man, woman, or civilization could. Though I do not understand what it means to live and die as you did. Though I did not wish to take your life. I have nothing else but the drive for destruction. So what are you trying to say? Are you your own? You are your own singular person. As am I. Each of us can live by our own rules, our own standards, choose what to forgive and what to forbid. One day, this body will burn as payment for my sins, but it will burn in the light of pure conviction, never in the shadow of doubt. I gave in to despair once, a lifetime ago. I will never make that mistake again. No longer will I yield to anyone or anything, and above all else, I have been blessed to cross paths with a special someone who I can trust in one who can trust in a servant as selfish and foolish as I. When I see the gleam in my praetor's eyes, that light sustains my own. No matter how low my flame may flicker, it cannot be extinguished. Because of life's most basic principle, the passion of love. Sure you can! You set all your resources on full defense? But if you do that, the regalia will... Yes, it will surely break! Whatever happens, happens! Do not stray your eyes, my rival. Do not turn them away from me. Now, here I come! Oh, okay, we get to watch it again. Legit. Refnum Caelorum et Gehenna. Heavens, build for me! Shine your greatest light upon me! Dance like a flower and strike down as a star. All praise to Domus Aurea. A golden theater. Ah, this is beautiful. Altera's movements stop, though her guard remains strong and ready. This new arena has clearly enraptured her. The image of this golden theater, and the lone woman at center stage with her sword in hand. It has captured Altera's heart, her human heart. Saber knows that. As terrifying a menace as Altera is, she can be made to recognize her own humanity. That's why Saber was so fixated on settling the score in a one-on-one battle. She respects Altera as a worthy and powerful foe. Altera would have no idea who she is, or who she was, if she saw herself in the mirror. So Saber took it upon herself to be the mirror. What kind of person is the heroic spirit Altera? What does she look like? How does she live? And how do others see her? And the beauty you behold is yours as well. Destruction, there is more to you than that. We are heroic spirits, you and I. Remember always, this is who you are. And now that you have come to understand, I call upon the heavens. Bless my sword. Allow me to bring down this shooting star. Yeah, that's pretty legit. I may have pushed myself too hard for even myself. But the two of us together, we won through. Yes, thank you, Praetor. I knew you would be here when I needed you the most. How painful. I have not felt such pain in my core since I first fell. This is not the light of a star, but the light of the human spirit, in such a resplendent theater. And in this theater, I have seen true beauty. Your dance, Nira. And I would say the same of you, Altera. We danced the dance of life and death together. A pity I could not take the lead. It seems our rivalry must continue unabated. Then I was your equal in the dance? I was able to dance with another person for the first time then. The third musico steps out next to Altera. The same face as me. The same appearance as me. Nothing needs to be said between us. Just like with Castor's version of me. And in just the same way. This version of me stands over the fallen servant, meaning to protect her. No matter what, I'm a master, sworn to fight alongside the servant who joined me. My master. No, it is too dangerous to leave the ring. I cannot protect. Protect, you say? Now the truth comes out. You had spoken of your master as a prisoner, but that was a ruse, was it not? Like Castor, like myself, you were a dedicated servant to your Praetor. What are you saying? I simply needed a master. Without one, not have held on to this body. Oh, come on now. At long last, have you no shame? First Castor plays the meek, mewling whelp, and now must you do likewise? Do you truly wish to make a villain of me? You must be joking. Some may have called me a tyrant, but none would ever call me a fool. Ah, just as I thought. Saber and I must have felt the same thing, just as in the confrontation with Castor. I shall hear you out later, but for now, as the vanquished, you must hear me. Altera, from now on, the two of you shall be my subjects. I had intended to seize your regalia and use it to fuse your Praetor in mine, but for the moment, you shall be my prisoner and my guest. I trust you have no objections? No, that would be Indeed, it would be impossible. Only I'm sorry, only one, you, your majesty, can wield the regalia. So you showed us in the Holy Grail War. After all, Servant Saber, have you not proven yourself to be the sovereign of all Seraph? Great scholar, you would join us in the field now. Are you so eager to see the regalia restored? The regalia. Yes, I do intend to see to that. What are you... There's Archimedes, strolling straight through the remains of Altera's noble phantasm. I had grown accustomed to his presence, distant in a sense, but also warm and caring. The warmth of a teacher looking over his students. That was the Archimedes I knew. But now, what I feel instead is something terribly, terribly cold, almost like ice, like a storm, where the very cold cuts away at the body. Castor's defeat was a mathematical certainty. You had just enough experience and skill to ensure it. However, Altera's defeat was quite unexpected. Her chances of victory were well over 80%, for obvious reasons. What I fail to understand is how you not only survived, but overpowered her, despite your shortcomings. Your display was impressive, in a sense, but also rather unpleasant to watch. Nonetheless, the Moon Cell Automaton... Yeah, it is Automaton! Don't at me. I may have mentioned this, but the Moon Cell is helpless to defend itself, for all its vast knowledge. Therefore, it named you its champion. And it opened a door, just large enough for the invaders to get through, in order to lure them to you and let the battle take its course. From my perspective, as an outside observer, I would call that a very foolish gamble. Why is he looking at me like that? So, all hail the sovereign, reunifier of Seraph. But now you shall begin to fall. You and your master have flown too close to the sun. My victories were as certain as you once proclaimed. Not even Altera could stop me. Does that truly surprise you? It does, in that you literally broke her spirit. Not only numerically, and I watched as her spirit value plummeted, but by forcing her to yield. And rather than finish her, you took her in as a subject. That was unexpected, and unwise, given the risks and the lack of benefits. On the one hand, it was rather endearing of you, but it was also one step too far. Welcome back, Aunt. Whoa, dude. That appearance, that symbology. Archimedes, is that what I think it is? So my brilliant strategist, was this all a part of your master plan? Let the rest of us clash and die, that you might seize control? Were your designs truly so banal? Ha! Imagine the great scholar, brought forth to fight off infections, being the first one infected himself. Oh, you cut me to the quick, Your Majesty. But I cannot deny it. You see, before you, the most loyal servant of none other than Velber itself. Yo, look at those blades, though! Those looked cool! He who craves power must always take more of it than others offer. I warned you once of lying, Archimedes of Syracuse. But this is not technically the second time I've lied to you. Technically, it's only the first. Ah, I admire your passion and your beauty. I regret that we must be enemies. Please understand, I do still respect you. To be counted amongst your adversaries is an honor indeed. However, what baffles me is that you know your enemy, know what a threat she is, know it's best to kill her outright, and yet you would try to coexist. It pains me to see intellect so terribly wasted. Did you know humanity was supposed to have been perfected in the previous cycle? We should have long ago abolished such defects as love and hate, and embraced the purity of reason. The true enemy is human nature. Ah, then do you not see the inherent contradiction in your hatred for human emotions? Of course I do. I'm still human myself, after all, and well aware of my own flaws as such. But despite those flaws, I remain dedicated to order. Did I not set aside my disdain for you to assist in your efforts? I prioritize the greater goal over my own petty feelings. But you? Just the opposite. You knew what you had to do, yet you let your emotions seize and twist you. But that's the nature of a heroic spirit. Or, shall we say, the charm of a heroic spirit. You truly were the most suited among us to bear the regalia. Refined beyond measure, beautiful beyond measure. To see you defeat the Blue Caster, to see you bring down even Altera, despite the staggering odds. It's simply too much. An invincible heroine, winning through every single time. Frankly, I can't stand to watch that anymore. You deserve your praise for unifying Seraph. But I must see Velber bring you down, no matter what. I will see you break, see the Regalia break, see Seraph break, see the Mooncell automaton itself break, and all that lives below will break with it. All things beautiful and unsightly, bright and dark, bonds, souls, flesh, minds, and the knowledge that holds them all together. Everything. Velber will feed on everything. That's the end of the entire equation. Archimedes, a traitor. I still can't believe it. When did he turn, and why? How did he come across so sincerely before? When he saved me back then, was that a lie? Was it part of his plan? The hour of destruction has come, Altera. You have played long enough at being a heroic spirit, and at being a human. Whatever you might believe of yourself, now is the moment of truth. Behold your name, the true embodiment of the Umbral Star, Sephir. No, I can't. I've already lost. No more. No more. Destroy? No. I can't do it. Altera! Damn you, Archimedes! What did you do? Her beautiful body art, gone to waste! And you think that's the problem? You and I would never have gotten along. That body art of her old, obsolete skill, star symbol, the umbral symbol you see before you, is now the sign of Velber. If anything, I've made it easier for the two of you to bond, now that you see who she truly is. Look well, and witness your own destruction. Whatever it is, it's gigantic. It's channeling a terrifying amount of mana. Its very existence gives off tremendous pressure. However, I turn my head. My eyes can't take all of it in at once. This being is so huge, it nearly defies comprehension. A human silhouette. When did I start to recognize her individual features? When she first made her entrance? When her surroundings fell apart? When she turned her glowing red eyes toward me? The eyes. Yes, it was when I looked at her in the eyes. As she screams, space itself seems to tremble. The sound is inhuman, unearthly. If a black hole could call out, this would be the sound of it. It's the sound of hunger, so primal, so tremendous, that it resounds across the infinite void of space. The world is breaking. The Titan's scream alone is shaking Seraph apart. She truly is the king of destruction. Yes, bear witness. Behold the power far beyond that of any servant. Watch as she consumes the works of man, as she grows even larger, ever larger, ever stronger. Watch as she transforms worlds into lifeless husks. Can humanity stop her? No, no one can. Nothing will survive her wrath, not even despair. As the stone of Altamira foretold, the Titan Sephir has awakened in the desert. Now she stretches out her hand to crush the moon. She's glaring at me. She's coming after both of us. Even now, as I look into those two great lights, I know she sees us. I know she recognizes us. And we have her full attention. The White Titan stands and roars. She reaches out toward us with her huge right hand. I've seen this somewhere before. Of course, in the moon cell core. My memories of the attack are still in pieces, but I remember the sheer scale of the attacker, the enemy, who split me into three. There's no doubt now. The White Titan can only be the same being. And now, here it is again, in front of me, ready to finish the job. It's rushing at me now. It's coming. It's here. In a flash, it fills my vision. I can't get away. It's too big. It's too fast. It'll catch me. I know it will. It always does. It already has. Can't fight. Can't run. Can't even beg. It's got me. It's tearing out my thoughts. My consciousness is flying apart. I try to hold on to something. Anything I can. Any image. Any memory. Anything at all. Pieces of the past glitter at me, like a mirror shattering in slow motion. I see battles. We're fighting Castor's army? Or is it Altera's army? I don't know. All I can do is stare out at whatever I can see. And then, for just a moment, I see a golden flame. And a smile. I remember her. I remember myself. I am Musico, and I am the sword in her hand. Saber. Her name. From deep inside, I scream it out into the void. At your service. Leave it to me. Move now! Hold on, Praetor! Titan in the dark. Excuse me. Altera. Altera, if you can hear me, speak. Okay, well, she spoke. She definitely spoke. She is beyond reach, and that body is only a weapon. Just what is the meaning of this? What is a Sephir? I have not ever heard of such a thing. Is she Attila? Is she not? Which Attila is she? The one from her first life? The one who faced us? I wish I could tell her. There's still so much we don't know, especially about Altera. All we do know right now is what's in front of us, in all its massive glory. So beautiful, so powerful. Her roar is tearing everything apart. Compared to this, Her army is nothing. She could shred entire territories at will. She's not even bothering with us anymore. She's just destroying everything she sees. She sweeps with her arm, and everything breaks. She sends out her light, everything burns. As long as she exists, nothing else can. Praetor, look! On her shoulder. The third Praetor. I see the third Musico standing on her shoulder, in the midst of her fury and destruction. Destruction. Is that really all she has? The scene around her certainly suggests it. I'd expect she'd have broken or consumed the third me by now. And again, it looks like she still might. Her version of me is drawn to her destructive spirit. But as sure as I see that, I know that no matter what I might feel for her, nothing, not even love, is going to snap her out of it. She'll destroy that love. It's what she does. Praetor! I feel a wave. The other me gives a long, horrible croaking sound. I hear it over all the rest of the noise. I've already experienced something similar. I almost thought I was used to it, but here it is again. And now I know the reason for it. The third me, the body, is breaking down in Altera's presence. Someone said that the body is an empty shell, a case to hold the mind and soul. But even the body has a personality attached to it. It senses and crows and remembers. The destruction reverberates toward me, into me, and my mind begins to shake. Praetor, I'm right here. Can you hear me? Altera, you fool! You promised not to harm your Praetor. Don't you see what you're doing? If you don't stop now, you'll... Altera, stop, or I will make you stop! I don't say anything. This is her decision. It's up to her if she wants to fight, or retreat. That last battle drained us both. Is she up for another one now? From a rational standpoint, we're at a deep disadvantage. Would it even be possible to win in our state? I don't answer that, and I don't repeat it to Saber. But I do make my own decision. I know what I won't do. I won't give up. Saber didn't give up when she faced Altera's light. Neither will I. Not while I'm with her. We'll keep on fighting until our last spark goes out. Her fire both warms and burns, enlightens and destroys, prospers and sputters away. All of it fueled by her passion and love. Passion and love. You would say such things of me. After all this time, who could have imagined that Nero Claudius could still know love? Then I most certainly cannot lose. For who else, in any conceivable future, would ever look upon me as you do? Even if I live another 14,000 years, I will never meet another like you. I shall treasure and protect you even more than the world itself. And so, there can be no retreat. Take my hand, Praetor. Let us burn our way through despair and return in triumph. So, Titan, you claim to wield the Sword of Mars. Unfortunately for you, I much prefer Venus. Allow me to show you why. Defend yourself, Altera the Titan. This will be our final battle. We're gonna dodge that hand. What the fuck? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we have to do damage to the hand, and then once the hand's down, the Titan will fall toward us. Then we can attack the core. That's what we gotta do. Ooh, just barely dodged that shit. We use the Extella maneuver. I think that might kill the hand. Oh, almost. There we go. Alright, now she's fallen. Alright, we gotta use the moon cell power to break it. Oh, I got a Phantasm Circuit. Alright, it's about to wear out. Can I damage it with this? Nah, I don't think I can. Nope, it doesn't reach. Is this gonna be your crazy slam? I think it might be. Yeah, it's the crazy slam. There we go. I think this will bring her down again. Yep. Alright, we're gonna drop the Extella maneuver. Like, we're gonna go all the way in. Drop all of the meter. Like, if we don't use all the meter here, then what's the point? Enraged! Final phase! Half the arena is gone. And yeah, run around. What is that? Oh, it's that ice ball thing. Well, I don't take much damage. Also, being able to just fly across the entire fucking stage all at once is pretty nifty. Alright, this is gonna be crazy slams. That's not gonna do much damage, but it's worth it. Probably. Oh no! Did it go invincible? Like right at the end? At the very end? No. No, I hope I don't waste this noble phantasm. Oh, thank God. Ooh. Suck it, Mars. Ain't got shit. Yo, triple EX. Let's go! Time seems to stand still. Saber's final strike reaches the Titan Altera's chest. Strange as it might be, I can only see the beauty in that moment. A woman in red piercing a goddess in white. This is no simple duel. It's the reenactment of a great myth. A Titan's rampage halted by human courage. A giant falls, a human rises. An image from a forgotten miracle 14,000 years ago. The shine of it all is breathtaking. There is no malice in her strike, no hatred, only bravery and resolve. My heart swells with pride and love. But at the same moment, my heart feels a twisting ache too. Pain, suffering, sorrow, resignation. Not my own, but the other musicos. Proud as I am of Saber, I also pity Altera. But the blow has been struck. It's over. I'm sorry. My master. Even until the very end. Thank you. Excuse me. The goddess crumbles. Its digital body, made to walk upon Seraph, are lost, as are its mind and soul. With its mana gone, it falls away in a rain of inorganic wreckage. What had moments ago been a mighty titan now scatters into piles of debris. There, I see something. A face I know all too well. My own. The third musico is standing there in the midst of the raining rubble, knowing full well what it's seeing. You couldn't bring out your true power, Altera, so I'll do what I need to do. I hear a voice in the storm, a voice only the two of them were meant to share. He looks up at his servant's face as it cracks. A torrent of ruin comes crashing down toward the other me. I stretch out my hand, but I can't reach him. I try to shout, but he can't hear. He's too far away. The debris is too loud. It's too late. Praetor! Even Saber can't reach far enough. In a moment of clarity, I understand that nothing can be done. Musico, Altera's master, has lived a life I know nothing about. He doesn't try to run. He lets the debris wash over him and take him away. It's his decision. And I understand. So, this is what Saber has wrought. The Regalia's third bearer is gone, and the mind of Musico Tamara still stands. As the master of the reigning servant, the power of the Regalia truly belongs to you. Though here you are without a body. That might shorten your reign a bit, to say the least. Of course, we both suffered loss today, and here I am without my sentinel. She would have been Velber's guiding light, calling him here to this solar system. Ah, but had I known from the start that this wouldn't be easy. Even for me, this is frustrating. Well, back to the drawing board then. Archimedes, you! I condemn you forever. Altera was a proud warrior. She wanted to fight, not to ravage. But you... Oh, please. I've watched you fight to the finish just now, twice. You have nothing left, and we both know it. You survived Altera's noble phantasm, and for that I commend you. But you had to expend all the royal authority you had. Say all you will about passion and love, but your fire is down to its last little ember. I have no need to snuff it out. Although I could. Which would end your master's life as well. Shall I? I know you wish things were different. I feel the same. I have the most terrible headache. With Zephyr gone, Velber is lost in the cosmos. Not forever, of course. He will simply have to feed elsewhere. What? Then the Umbral Star is already... Yes, the Moon Cell's gamble seems to have paid off, to the surprise of one and all. You would run away from me now, Archimedes? Run from you? Your arrogance is unbecoming, Saber. I show you mercy this day. I am simply returning home. I have no reason to remain here. In a safe zone within the Zero Dark, a quantum time lock will soon take place. I must move on to my next assignment before then. Muzuko, you may have fought well today, but you made the wrong decision. I expect the consequences will come to you shortly. As for me, my time in this world is done for now. And though my task remains unfulfilled, the end of the Regalia and the fall of the Moon Cell are both soon to come. Wait! I told you, I have nothing left. Or you have nothing left. I'll be sliding with or without your consent. Thank you. Sliding? What? Archimedes disappears, leaving us with doubt and questions. We're safe now, but Saber is trembling with rage. Not only because he escaped, but because we've hit our limit. How do I express this feeling? A hole deep within my chest? A lightness in my head? No, it's not quite either of those. How can I explain what it feels like when your body is missing? I can see that I have appendages, but it feels as if I don't. This shell around me is still here, but it feels as if I've drifted away. I'm here, and yet I don't exist. It's like being a shadow. I'm slipping away now, all of me. I'm aware of the pain, unbearable pain, and yet I can't quite feel it. I know what to call this feeling now. What it's closest to is loss. Praetor! Praetor! Turning pale. No, don't close your eyes. Oh, your hands are so cold. No, I forbid this, Praetor. You may not close your eyes. You still have your mind. You shouldn't have to. And I have the only regalia. I have all the power now. It's not over. Please don't give up. She's right. Everything will be okay as long as she's near me. But Archimedes may have been right about what happens when the body disappears. Maybe there are laws of this world even higher than hers. I don't want to give up, but my eyes are so heavy, if they even exist. Saber. Saber. Don't worry. You won't be alone. I just need a little rest. Praetor, do not leave me! It's okay. Don't worry. Thump. Thump. Saber. Oh, all right. That's the end of the first story arc. Ooh. Pour some drinky drink while the credits roll. Hmm. Our prologue. Praetor, are you awake? The regalia is whole again, and our wish has come true. The royal authority has been restored. I am the true king of Seraph, feared by all. Is that not the cause? Is that not cause for song and celebration? Yes, all acknowledge me now. And by my royal authority, your mind remains your own. Your soul is still at large, but it has bonded with you, invisibly and unbreakably. And we were able to restore your body. Rejoice! A voice. I can hear a voice, clear and resonant as a golden bell. The unforgettable voice of a balletic swordswoman, and a gracious, loving ruler. An entirely new body, just for you. You are safe now. You can open your eyes, my praetor. Please, stand up, that I might look upon your smiling face. You can take your time, though I know you'd never keep a lady waiting. How long do you expect to be? 10 seconds? 10 minutes? Can you hear me, praetor? My beloved, my only. It's all right. Rest all you want. Wake up whenever you want. And someday, if the umbral star ever arrives, I will strike it down for you, praetor. I will fight for you forever. She's right. We belong on the battlefield, side by side. I should open my eyes. She deserves a smile. Sorry to keep you waiting, I should tell her. How long did I sleep this time? Just for a day, I hope. Anything longer, and she might want to punish me. A week? A month? Any more than that, and I'll never be able to apologize. I've left her alone all this time, or at least made her feel that way. What can I do to help her forgive me? Praetor, your timing is acceptable. In fact, I feel especially generous today, so I hereby pardon you for everything. So, to be continued. Kind of a tragic end, really. Like, I can't tell if he finally woke up or if he's still there, just sleeping. I will, like, in my adult years, there are a few games that have actually made me tear up. At the end of one of these routes, I won't say which, like, when I played it, I legitimately teared up. It was really emotional. So. Alright, so I think we'll start on Tamamo no Mai's story next. Let's do new game. Let's try that. Alright, pick from 4 difficulty levels. Those new to action games can select easy. Difficulty can be changed at any time in options. We'll do very hard. Compendium. Orchid Worlds. My husband! On and on it went. just awoken from a massive, terrible nightmare, with a strange feeling that I was viewing it from the outside. But it felt real. Could what I saw have actually happened? I didn't recognize any of it. Still, I can't write it off as a dream. I mean, anything's possible as long as you're alive, right? Elizabeth! As I wake up on a soft futon, I exchange looks with the girl cleaning the room in front of me. She's... That's a cute tail. No, you can't fool the demonic maiden of fresh blood with cheap words like that. Be cool, Liz. Be cool. Good morning. How are you feeling? What a pathetic little wake-up that was, you third-rate master. But thanks anyway, little piggy. I respond with a, "You're welcome." Now then, I don't recognize this room at all. Where am I again? You sure are playing cool, like sexy cool, almost. Maybe because you're just, Listen, are you sure you're okay? You were out a long time. Does your head hurt? I mean, not that I care or anything. You need to go. This whole place is screwed. That thing owns the place now. Yeah, I know. You just woke up. You don't know what's going on. Just go! She's anxious for some reason. It's weird and confusing. Why should I leave when there's this soft, comfy bed right here? But she's being extremely insistent. She must have a good reason. Seriously, where am I? Well, at least I know who I am. My name is Musico. I'm the master of someone, I think. And I think I won something called the Holy Grail War. But this place... It's a city of flowers. For just the moment, I recall the profile of a single servant. Her hair was brightly colored. Her eyes were golden. Right, she was... Hey, no zoning out! I said to clear out of here now! But where would I even take you? Saber's territory is too far. Should I just drag you out into the countryside? Be cool, Liz. Just keep the little piggy safe and get away from her. Her? Who? Get away? Why? Oh joy! Celebrations are in order. My fox ears are tingling. My beloved husband has finally awakened. A little sooner than I thought, but not to worry. No, nothing to worry about at all. Good morning, darling. Are you enjoying the view from the top of the castle? The jig is up. It's too late. Now then, maid, make yourself useful. Lead my husband to the throne room at once. Yeah, I get it. I'll just have to lead the master there, right? Fine, I'll be a good little maid. Guess your luck ran out, little piggy. That was the only chance to get you out of here. No more hope for that. Elizabeth is acting strange. There's no need to run. Even if I can't see her, I know exactly whose voice that is. A feminine voice, full of charm and fun. The voice that cheers me on and always stands by me. It's none other than... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tamamo. Be still, my beating heart. Oh, so nice of you to join us, human. You are as brave as you are foolish, and now you will pay the price for your audacity. You are but a speck of trash. Your very life is dust in the wind, to be blown away at my notoriously volatile wind. Are you truly the Moon Cell's great conqueror then? I expected you to at least make a fine meal. But you're barely an appetizer. The woman reclines on a throne that's unmistakably a bed. But she gives the room a feeling of languid decadence, as if she should be smoking a pipe with her hand to her forehead. But all that aside, Caster, did you do something funny? Is this one of your Fox games? I haven't even begun to taste you yet. Even your sleepy eyes look delicious. Should I gobble you up raw, or let you roast first? Ah, but my patience has spent too long in the oven. Also, I was trying to scare you for making me wait so long, but since you haven't taken the bait, never mind. Master? You're finally up. You don't know how long you've kept me waiting. I hope you're good and rested. Ye who are near, behold and wonder, and ye who are afar, hear and tremble. Now, without further ado, take a look and see. This place is my Millennium Capital. No, our Millennium Capital. Caster proudly shows me the palace of her capital city. It looks very majestic from what I can see so far. But she's the most important thing to me. There's no way I would mistake her for anyone else. She's the one who lent me her power, even when I was just a weak novice wizard. She's my servant, a heroic spirit who practices magecraft. How was your dream, dear? Was it terrifying? Was it dastardly? Well, not to worry. Now that you're awake, I'll make sure all those nasty feelings just float right away. That's what this entire capital is for. Well, that, and to house my reign's undying glory, all in your honor. Oh, and just to prove it, Maid, please tell everyone just who I am. People know you when they see you. You don't need me to butter you up. Excuse me? Whatever will I do? Maybe a little shock will put you into place. Do you want to try that again? Fine. Behold the Empress who rules our capital, who builds the regalia and stands above all other servants. The one and only Queen of Seraph, a caster class servant. Her true name is Tamamo no Mai. There, that good for you? Queen of Seraph, wielder of the regalia. That's all news to me, but I do get the message. Anything's possible as long as you're alive, so sure, she could be the queen. That was wonderful, but you did leave one thing out. You know what I mean, husband. Despite everything you just heard about queens and rulers, I'm still your very devoted servant. Your wife and your very own caster. That's the truth, and it always will be. So, all hail Lord Musico, and me, I'm the loyal, loving queen. Nothing more, nothing less. Really? Makes sense when you put it that way. Wait, when did we get married? Let's go with the middle one. Oh, well, aren't we agreeable today? You're usually so cautious. No, keep it this way. Much easier this way. You and I keep this up, and no one in the world will ever come between us. Even if the darkness swallows up the sun or the earth splits, our Millennium Capital will be eternal, as in forever and ever. Yeah, she may have a bit of a dark streak, but Caster's still elegant, lovable, and boisterous. She's always been like that, and I hope she stays that way. So the one in question here is me. I'm awake now, I think, but it still feels like a dream. When I move, it's like I'm walking on air. When I think, it's like my thoughts are floating away. I try to concentrate and gather my thoughts as much as I can. There's no doubt I fought alongside her. The Holy Grail War, the Moon Cell, Seraph. We were comrades in arms, and we overcame many powerful enemies. This castle, this throne, the present, in other words, that's where everything gets cloudy. So you're still waking up. You were asleep for a good long while. I'm sure you'll feel better soon. Well, it's all very simple. We won the Holy Grail War and reached the room inside of the Moon Cell core. There, you were named the King of Seraph, and I was chosen as your one and only servant to stand by your side as Queen. And... oh, we know who this guy is. Well, it was a wonderful performance. You held most of Seraph in the palm of your hand. And thus, our Empire of the Millennium Capital was born. A great empire, one might call it, large as it is. Archimedes. Ah, right. I know him. Seraph's system administrator, a special servant chosen by Seraph. I met him when we traveled to the Moon Cell core to register for the Royal Authority after the Holy Grail War. He was working as the registration assistant. Excuse me. I walked with him a ways, and then some kind of aberration appeared. You, who wield the regalia and the royal authority of the Moon Cell, are suited to rule over all of Seraph. And so, my king and queen, I pledge to follow you. Heroic spirit Archimedes, we appreciate your loyalty. You returned the sleeping king to his castle. You've done great things for us since then as well. But how dare you interrupt us? If I weren't so busy celebrating the Master's awakening, I'd have your tongue torn out and thrown to the pigs. Oof. She's brutal. Please forgive my impertinence, Your Majesty, but as a system admin, I cannot ignore a threat to Seraph. That's right. Seraph is in danger. During the registration, some kind of horrible titan appeared. That's what happened. A giant creature attacked Tamamo and I, and it held me captive. I escaped, somehow. Barely. And I got hurt in the process. That must be how I lost consciousness. Anomalies are now spreading throughout Seraph. That creature that attacked the king and I is the only threat. Or is not the only threat. These anomalies must be investigated and resolved immediately. And who better than your majesties to perform the task? Sheesh, how dare you presume to tell us what we must do? I understand that it's your job, but still. Let's be clear about this, Archie. Archie! Our empire may be young, but we have a certain way of doing things. First on our to-do list, we'll completely obliterate all those servants who had the nerve to refuse to bend the knee. And speaking of nerve, how about that Emperor? Her forces are all worthless pawns. None of them can touch the Millennium Capital. So excuse us if we have some insects to crush and lands to conquer. Seraph can take care of itself until we finish with that. So Caster's first priority is expanding her territory. She seems angry about it. Maybe she doesn't like it when other people are outside of her control. Master, you understand where I'm coming from, don't you? Once we root out all those nasty enemies and crush them back into the dirt, all those little doubts of yours will float right away. That's what's most important. Peace and quiet for my husband. There's no greater thing in the world. Her tone is pleasant enough, but I can see the fangs in her smile. This place still feels new to me, and there are things about it that I don't understand. With all that in mind, agree with Castor's approach. Given what I know about the current situation, I think she's making the best choice. After all, I can already tell how efficient she is. She took over the majority of Seraph while I was still sleeping after all. I think she'll do just fine. Oh, I knew you'd agree with me, Master. And if you hadn't, I would have been devastated. I would have put Archimedes through horrible torture, locked myself up in a cell with you, and cried my eyes out. Maybe we should reload and, let's reload and get Archimedes tortured. Oh, that would be fantastic. That might have been a bit excessive. Yeah, and this guy's too boring to torture anyway. Lord Tamarask. sorry. Lord Tamarask, you look as if you don't quite understand, so please permit me to clarify. In short, Queen Castor will do whatever she wishes, whether or not you happen to agree with her. So blunt, Archie! You know it's better to sugarcoat it with me, don't you? Make it tasty enough, or I might eat you instead. Right. Archimedes drives the point home for me. Even if I do have Castor's ear, who knows how much she'll actually listen. A sudden chill shivers down my back. If anything, I'd said before, in complete obliviousness had happened to hurt her feelings. Who knows what she might have done. Yeah, that's enough. You two have your own room for that, you know? Besides, great queen, I don't think Archimedes is done talking. Indeed, Elizabeth, and I stake my life on these words. The king has awakened to find the kingdom changed. And so I must inform you both, with the enemy who attacked the king still at large, and anomalies in every corner of the land. Clearly, the danger to Seraph grows with each passing moment, and so I would ask its king and queen to take action at once. Archimedes, you... Castor's eyes burn brightly. This isn't good. She's in a genuine rage now. She's ready to blast Archimedes right in the face. I touch Castor's hand to try and calm her. Archimedes does have a point. More than one point, actually. If you insist, I will hold back my fangs. Very well. Let's suppose Seraph really is in some unprecedented danger. So what? It's not as if we have all the time in the world. Why should we bother with that sort of thing? What I want is to live happily with my master. That's all. I don't need anything else. Ha! That's total BS, and you know it. You need money, you need power, you need pleasure. And once you find a little happiness, all you want is more. That's what being a woman means to you. In fact, your true nature... Stop and feel the wrath of heaven, won't you? Yeah! You're zapping me all over! Where were we, dear? Oh yes. I only want to live happily with you. I want a little fun, a little mystery, and just a hint of decadence. Our united people showering us with tribute, enough wine to fill upon, acres and acres of food, a lifestyle of dazzling stimulation. That is my dream, my wish, everything I want to accomplish here in our Millennium Capital. Anything else? Well, I don't care. Not even about anything else that lives here, to be honest. Archimedes is freaked the fuck out. I'm still being shocked. You see? That's who she really is. That freaking animal. That's her true nature, Tamarask. Kind of creepy, yeah? Makes you stop and think a little. You should rip up your contract with this 20-something hag. Ah! Ah! I forgot to have this. Yeah, that's our Castor for you. No, I wouldn't say it's creepy. It's just Castor being Castor. Heavens me! She's already got you whipped! Why Why is she so surprised? Castor's always been a little weird. That's just part of who she is. Nothing surprising about it, really. I wouldn't be fit to be her master if I saw it any other way. And if Castor slipped through a crack and fell right into hell, it would be my job to reach down and pull her back up. Master, you're so accepting of who I am. I almost renounced my evil ways for you. I see. If you refuse to act, then I cannot force you. You just now figured that out? No one can force me to do anything. I keep having to tell people that. But good, we're all settled then. My husband, shall we go perform our royal duties? Oh, what timing! Apparently we have an intruder in the castle. A rude little sneak. Let us drink to crushing him at once. Intruder? One of the Emperor's people? It has to be... It has to be assassin. That whole class specializes in infiltration, and our security is useless. Ryder! Pardon me. I did not mean to startle you, Castor. Could I introduce myself to your master? No, allow me. Master, this rider who just dropped down from the ceiling with ninja-like agility is Medusa. She was rampaging around as a solo servant. I invited her up for tea, we chatted away, and found out that we get along splendidly. So now she uses her quick feet to spy for us. I wouldn't call it a rampage, but never mind. She's not wrong, for the most part. Honestly, I dislike joining in on fights, but the rule of the regalia is absolute. Pleased to work with you, Mizuko. Gloomy as usual. Well, at least you're not preening on about your beauty. If you're here, does that mean Lu Bu's here too? Hi. He and Lancer are about to arrive any moment. Master, Castor has gathered 4 servants to this castle, acting as their temporary master in your place. That includes me, that Lancer, and... Yo, Lu Bu and Karna, let's go. I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna do like a growl or something every time Lu Bu talks. Pardon my. It's a little higher pitched, so maybe. Pardon my interruption and my tardiness. I heard the master had awakened, and I wanted to introduce myself. Ooh, one after another, paying homage to the king and honor and ignoring the intruder. You all need to reconsider your priorities, you know. But on the bright side, what better time to meet them all, my husband. These are our most powerful allies and subordinates, an elite troop of solo servants. Except for the useless Motormouth who can't fight, clean, or cook. I can do all of that! And you're the one who says I'm not allowed on the battlefield! Yeah. The one yapping his land. Well, I like to call her Pushy Pajama Maiden. Pushy Pajama Maiden. Berserker, a living fortress who rampaged through the Moon's Holy Grail War, the infinitely strong wielder of the Hotengegeki. Oh! Heavens me! Thank you for your enthusiasm, but you're starting to scare me. Excuse me, Mr. Lu Bu. Could you please quieten down a little? I really do appreciate your loyalty, but... Okay. Stop, that's enough. Well, I know he can be scary, but that's just part of being a berserker. He's a maniac, but his skills are beyond exceptional. Being the real Lu Bu Fengxian, I wasn't sure he'd answer my call. But here he is. Just like that, he agreed to be one of our generals. Oh! Yes, thank you for that cry of triumph. It was worth almost certainly failing to recruit you. You might know him as the Tamamo Killer, but since he can kill me in one hit even if I guard. Really? But let's just let bygones be bygones. Now, Mr. Lubu is a true loyalist. I can tell these things from past experiences. Oh. Next is the ninja rider I introduced earlier, Miss Medusa. Please go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh, and don't try to flirt with my master, or I will kill you. I have little to say about myself, but Seraph is certainly under threat, and that threat should be dealt with as soon as possible. I am glad that Castor has a master like you. You are more than I expected. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to call on me. I'm a rider-class servant. My name is Medusa. Like your queen, I'm an anti-heroic spirit meant to represent evil. Oh, calling us evil is so uncouth. Even if it's true, I can't deny it. Anyway, besides that, here's the final servant amongst our 4 finest. Please take a look, my darling. Karna. His class is Lancer. He carries himself with the proud heritage of ancient India. Some call him the hero of the sun, and his name is... Karna-san. The Karna-san. I have to say that name again. Karna-san! Has any other empire ever had such a great hero? No. He's the strongest pillar of our whole military. You see, when I heard the Moonstell had summoned Mr. Karna, I gave him a passionate speech, and he gladly joined. We are both sun typos. We are both sun types, both loyalist types. He's drawn to my overflowing charisma. Oh, but don't worry, I'm all yours here. You can't compare them to mere AI machines. These are my 4 servants, our military power. Our 4 servants all stand in a row. I've never seen a servant following another servant, especially not the likes of Berserker or Karna. Here they are, formed up in front of me. Are all of them really devoting their loyalty to Castor? I don't think I'll know for sure until I talk to them individually. Obviously, we'll put their powers to good use. Now, once again, we need to crush this intruder who snuck into our castle, our very own den of love. So let's take a little stroll, straighten up the palace, and leave not a trace of dirt behind. Nice. That looks like a comfy bed. Oh, let's see. Can I save? Do I have to save? Yeah, let's save. Okay, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an end. I'll be back later. We're gonna play more. So, peace, guys. Take care.